Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best of 3 Kaldheim draft. Rare is Dragonkin Berserker. Great card. 2/2 first striker. It makes your boast abilities cost less for each dragon you control, and then it spits out dragons. It's just really good. I haven't gotten to play Binding the Old Gods, but it feels like everybody I plays against has this card. It's really good. The third chapter is actually like the least exciting one, and it's still good. Other than that, you get to ramp with the second chapter and just destroy something with the first. So great card, but I'd still like to do the rare here. I really like the rare. I think it's good. Nothing in red we can hope to wheel. What colors would this card work best in? I'm not sure. Maybe I actually don't know where this card would work best. Some sort of Berserker aggro deck, but do you really want to be aggroing in a deck that you pay 5 to boast? I mean, I guess in a boast deck, so maybe red-white. Otherwise, Pretender is a good card, and I missed a bunch of other stuff, sorry. Okay, so follow-up pick in red, we've got Vault Robber, which is not worth a follow-up pick, and Invasion of the Giants, which is actually a good card. If we end up in some sort of giant deck, I'd be happy to have it. I like Spirit of the Elder Guard. I like Maya. Spirit is cool because if you get like a red snowland, it can fix for your colors too. But typically, it's at its best in a pretty snow-heavy deck. I'm okay trying the Saga here. It doesn't... It's tough to say exactly how good this card is. It replaces itself on the second chapter, and you can shock your opponent, and then it makes giants cheaper. I mean, certainly if you're in a giant deck, you're happy to have this. It also is scrying on the first chapter. It's probably pretty good. Sculptor would be good with the Berserker, would let us ramp into the boast ability. But I'm probably just going to go Invasion, because it still kind of keeps me on track with the Dragonkin Berserker, and it's a strong card in general. We'll see. All right, follow-up pick here. Well, what do we got? We have the Frostpire, which kind of keeps us in a dragon plan, sort of. Or at least in Is-It plan. How much worse is this card if you can't? This card's quite a bit worse if you don't have giants, although it's still 2 mana to scry 2 and then draw a card the next turn, which isn't bad. Could take the Carter's Vicious Return. This card seems pretty good to me. Sack something, ping, or bolt anything, then make each player discard, and then you can return a graveyard creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and it gains haste and gets bigger. That's pretty good. I'm okay taking the land here. I think the land is good. It still kind of keeps us more in the giant plan, but I actually like the giant archetype, which makes me kind of want to take it. I could just take the Saga and sort of hedge between Is-It or Rakdos, but kind of took too long and ran out of time. So now we can take another Frostpire. I mean, I'm okay with it. I like the Nico Defies Destiny. Couple red cards in here, neither of which are incredibly good, but certainly playable. I'm okay taking another one. I do think this card is good. It's a land that can kill a bunch of things. And it's certainly good for a giant deck where you have a bunch of fatties. Now, granted, it's not great with Berserker, but maybe if you've already made a dragon or two, you don't mind if your Berserker dies. I also feel as if the Berserker wants you to play combat tricks, because it's got first strike, and you need to boast to make a dragon, so you need to attack with it. So you want to be able to attack with it, not have it die, and be able to boast. Although, I suppose you could just throw it into something that kills it if you're willing to just make a dragon out of it, which is probably okay too. What's Reckless Crew do? Oh yeah, this card's not that good, unfortunately. You make Berserkers, which are fine, but it's based on the number of vehicles and equipment you control, so unfortunately not that good. I do like the Augury Raven quite a bit. Kinseeker is technically a giant for Invasion of the Giant. That's true. Both of them survive Frostpire. I gotta give the edge to Augury Raven just because it foretells and it evades. It's got to be better than Kinseeker, I think. Even with the synergy with Invasion, I think we're just taking the Raven. Okay. Well, Invader is a giant, which I guess gets cheaper with Invasion of the Giants, but Depart the Realm can buy us some time. There's a Berserker in here, which I'm not really loving. Or Miss, which is sort of removal too, or we can take a Snowland, which currently we don't need. I'll probably take Depart the Realm. I like buying time. It also is randomly, I don't know, you can reset sagas, not that that's great, but you can bounce your creature that's going to die. Like if you're foretelling this, you can attack with Berserker, boast, and then if they block and are going to kill it, you can just bounce your own Berserker. Not bad. Get a dragon, eventually replay your Berserker, and hopefully make more dragons. I'll take it. There we go. Arcanist is a great one. 2 giants in here, both of which are good. I like the Arcanist. We don't have any synergies yet with it, but it's very early in the draft. Bergstrider gives us some snow incentive, and there's another Depart the Realm here, but I'm going to take the Arcanist. Played it before, and I definitely like it. It's my lucky day. I finally get to play Agar. Good sign, too, if we're getting it pick 8, because this is one of the better giants, in my opinion. I really like this giant a lot. Also survives Frostpire, which is not irrelevant, so we'll take it. Can take another Depart the Realm. I don't think we want the Open the Omen path, so I'm all right with that. Disdainful Stroke, certainly playable. Harbinger, which can currently, I mean, it survives Frostpire. Doesn't, it can do, I guess, Augury Raven, Foretelling, but not that great for our deck otherwise. Otherwise, there's Scorn Effigy. There's also a Vault Robber, which survives Frostpire, can block early, maybe can ramp into things. I'm not really loving it. Disdainful Stroke's a good sideboard card. You know, maybe it's early enough to actually just take the Harbinger. It survives all of our things, and then we immediately get another one. Could take Seize the Spoils. It's kind of okay here. Possibly gives us some card advantage, although it kind of just doesn't really give card advantage. I'm okay taking the Harbinger. I think the Harbingers are good in the right deck. We currently don't have that deck, but it's certainly fine. Miss is technically some removal. I guess we can take it. Planning opens us up for more synergies with Arcanist and works with the Harbinger, but Miss is fine. I don't think it's a great card, but it certainly seems fine. All right, we got the Kinseeker back. It's a good sign. Because, oh, this is great. All the last cards are kind of exactly what we're looking for. I'm willing to play an Undersea Invader if I have to. We already have a Miss. I'm not married to Miss of Lit Yada. All right, Turgrid, what do you do? You've got Menace. Whenever an opponent sacks a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you can put that card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That's cool. And then the Lantern is actually kind of cool. They get to choose, so it's slightly less good, but it's still, it's doing stuff. It's doing stuff and things. All right, here, we really don't have that much, unfortunately. In blue, there's just a Hawk. In red, we have a Vault Robber, Seize the Spoils. We kind of just miss here. And nothing we want to wheel. I mean, I guess the most potential upside is with the Hawk. But Vault Robber survives our Frostpires. And making treasures could ramp into things potentially. We don't have any Snowlands currently. Even though I think it's worse than the Hawk, I don't really see myself prioritizing Snowlands too much. So maybe Vault Robber could be useful, although it probably could have wheeled. Another Augury Raven seems good to me. A couple Snowlands now, but we'll take the Raven. Just a good Foretell card. Survives our Frostpires. This has Foretell as well, but Raven's got Evasion. I like that more. Actually low on removal, unfortunately. So, can take the Veil, but I'd rather just have the Snow Island if I'm going to take Snowland. There's nothing else here for us, really. Yeah, nothing worth splashing. I don't want a Berserker. We're not an aggro deck by any stretch. We will need some more creatures, but we're doing okay for now. Yeah, I don't really like the Mystic Reflection. I don't really need another Harbinger. This pack is a bit of a mess. I might just take the rare, because 3 Harbingers seems very unrealistic at this point. Yeah, don't really need anything there. Can take another invader. I think it's probably an easy frostbite. Get some removal. Cheap removal. Probably get the invader back anyway. It's not a highly desirable card. I don't really like buying the monster unless I feel like I'm hyper aggro. I can take the replicating ring. It's certainly playable. It fixes for color and can ramp. We don't have a lot to ramp into, but it's also, I guess, a snow permanent. 3 Depart the Realms. I guess we're starting to get a little bit excessive with bounce unnecessarily. Maybe I'll take the ring. Could take the pathway. Potentially opens me up for a green splash. But so does replicating ring. But not, well, this does it for lands. All right, whatever. I'll take the rare. All right, Mistwalker's good because it's a giant. And just in general, it's a good card. But definitely good here as a giant with Kinseeker and Arcanist. And Invasion of the Giants. So I like that. All right, Ruined Crown. Well, in a vacuum, probably pretty good. For us, not currently good. Could take the Snow Island. That's probably fine. Or I could take the Cavalry, which is probably fine too, but I'll take the Snowland over it, I think. All right, we can take the Hawk now. We got it back. Or we could take the Raider. Hawk, probably more useful as just a evasive creature. Could take another one or can take the Reinforcements. I mean, Reinforcements are fine, just not great. I guess Hawk's not great either. Neither of them survive our Frostpire. I'd probably go with the Foretell, actually. I don't think the Hawk is going to be super useful for us. It's a late Vega. No card in green worth splashing. A lot of white we've seen in this pack. Significantly less open in blue this time around, but that's okay. I guess Reinforcements is also cheaper with Harbinger. That's kind of cool. Turn 2 Harbinger, turn 3 Hardcast Dwarven Reinforcements. Not bad. So we can take another Invader. We already have one. I like Thought Thief too, but it dies to our Frostpires. And I am kind of being mindful of that because we have 2 of them. So I feel like they're going to come up. I don't really like Bind, but I guess in a pinch I'll put it in sideboard. I just don't think it's that great considering we're a slowish deck. Intruder, maybe more of a sideboard card. Egon. Well, we could have had some sick black rares. Easy Demon Bolt here, I think. Already have 14 creatures, so we're looking good. A little bit low on the creature count, but not bad, actually. That's fine. Cerny I'm not going to play. Probably not. I'm kind of comfortable playing them all, to be honest. I wish we actually had... We don't currently have any synergy for Frostpire or Arcanist, unfortunately, but we'll figure it out. So, Behold the Multiverse is a great card. Rune of Flight is unfortunate because we saw the Ruined Crown, and that would have been a good, really good synergy card with it, but I love Behold the Multiverse. It's a great card advantage spell. It's instant speed. Otherwise, there's a Snow Island here, but the only snow incentive card we have is what? Pilfering Hawk and Frostbite. Frostbite, admittedly, is quite a bit better with it, but I'm going to take the Behold. I really like that card. Icebind Pillar. Well, I wish I could. This would let us splash white. Splashing seems probably not happening. Can take the Liberator. Seems like a fine card to me. It spits out dwarves sometimes when you have nothing better to do. It's not exactly what our deck wants to do, though. I'll probably take an Icebind Pillar. And, yeah, if we end up getting enough Snowlands, we're going to be happy. If we don't, so be it. So we can take the Cinder Heart Giant. Probably take the Kinseeker, get another Giant. Because we're already at... We're at 4 Giants. I guess that's not that many, but... And it's another 4-drop, but I guess some of our 4-drops are also... Foretell. Alright, I guess I'll take another Kinseeker. Avalanche Caller in a vacuum is quite good, but I probably want Squash or another Behold. Another Behold gives us synergy with Arcanist, but Squash is probably too good to pass up on because it's just very premium removal. Avalanche Caller, also very good in a vacuum, not so good for us. But we'll take the Squash. Squash also good with Harbinger, because if we don't end up getting enough giants out, at least you can play it off of a Harbinger. I'm fine taking another Raven here, or we could take the Snow-Covered Mountain. Snow Mountain at this point does help with our Icebind Pillar as well, but you know what? Honestly, I'm more on board with getting great evasive, just getting a ton of evasive creatures that survive our... Like, I think this is just a premium Augury Raven deck in general. The more we get, the better they are with the Kin Seekers too. I think just in general, it's wise to get these Ravens. They're quite good. There's a Sot coming, but I'd rather just have the Ravens. Just get a ton of them. Totally fine with that. I love Ingaroon Eyes, but I probably... And I love Glimpse the Cosmos too. Card advantage. Probably take the Squash. That at least gives us one Arcanist synergy, since we don't have any. Man, this was our pack though, but I'm going to take Squash. So, bit of a miss here. Thought Thief is debatable. It might make the deck. I could see myself playing it over things. Alright, getting Snowland. It's a good sign. Take another Hawk, I guess, but probably not going to make it. Take another Depart. Actually, I didn't count the Departs. That's an actual thing I can get with Arcanist. That's true. And we got another Behold. Alright, that's good news. At this point, we're just looking good, I think. I like what we're doing. On the fence about needing snow in here. Like, I just don't know if Icebind Pillar is going to make the cut. We need to make cuts anyway. We only ended up getting 3 Snowlands. 3 Snowlands to maybe make Pillar work, which isn't like a busted card in general anyway. Probably can ditch the Snow plan, to be honest. I can still run them because of Frostbite, but I don't even think we want to do the birds. Pilfering Hawks are for the birds. Let's see. So we could still cut 2 creatures. This is also a creature, so we could cut 3 creatures. Pillar's gone. We're at 9 right now, so I need to make 8 more cuts. Certainly not these. Probably Vault Robber, even though Vault Robber survives the Frostpires, but I just don't think we're going to need it. I'd rather have the Harbingers to cast, like, I guess, Demon Bolt, Reinforcements, Squashes, Squash. Could do the Run Ashore. Probably don't need 3 Harbingers to be perfectly honest. Although we may have enough Foretell to just do it. What are other creatures I could cut? I mean, Thought Thief probably on the chopping block since it dies to Frostpires. I definitely like having a deck with almost everything not dying to Frostpire. We've gotten to the point where the only thing that really dies to Frostpire at this point are Dwarven Reinforcements and a Dragonkin Berserker, so that's not bad. And we might even be able to cut both of those and not even have it hurt us that much. Although, I probably can cut the Dwarven Reinforcements. I think in a vacuum it's a good card. For us, it's probably not that good. Maybe cut the Run Ashore, even though it's good with the Harbingers, just because we'd rather do Depart the Realms for Arcanist synergies. Hopefully we can cast that for 4 mana. So we still need to make 3 more cuts, and they should probably... They should probably be non-creature spells. So I suppose that means probably Mists can go. Maybe we don't need 3 Depart the Realms. That seems excessive. Even though it... Decent synergy with Arcanist. We can cut one of those. So 11, 12, 13, 14... 4, 5... plus 11, 6. So 1 more cut and we've got ourselves a pretty solid deck. You know, I'm on board with cutting a Harbinger. Even though it brings us to 14 creatures, we still have the 2 Behold the Multiverses. So we have cards to find us more creatures. I think that's fine. It's a cool deck. It is a cool deck. We've got Frostbite, 2 squashes, 2 squash, Depart the Realm, Demon Bolt. Removal looks good. Berserkers, haven't gotten to play it, can spit out dragons. We've got plenty of evasion, 4 Ravens and a Mistwalker, so we can fly right over top and win games. It's a cool deck. I like it. How many actual giants did we end up with? 4 plus 3, so 7. Only 7? Just kind of hoping for more. We actually have just as many giants as birds in this deck, as a matter of fact, as odd as that is, but that's okay. So technically, it is possible to have the 3 snowlands for Frostbite, just fairly unlikely. Way more blue than red. We actually have double blue. But I do need red early. Relatively early. I guess not too early. We're probably going to just do 10-7. Yeah, you know what? I'm on board with 10-7. I guess you want to cast that Frostbite early, but whatever. I think 10-7 is sensible given how much more... We have almost 3 times as much blue spells as red spells in the deck. And I don't really want to do 9-8. I don't think I want to do 9-8. Is there anything I want to swap a Harbinger for? What's Harbinger actually doing in this deck? I can pay for Squash, Behold the Multiverse, Demon Bolt. That's about it. And help pay for Foretell. I guess it's not bad. Is there something I'd rather do? I don't think I'd want to do a Vault Robber instead, necessarily. There's an argument for the Reinforcement. Just because it puts more bodies on the board, and 2/1s, they can be added to blocking. I mean, getting 2 bodies for 1 is not bad, and the fact that it's got Foretell, also not bad. But I might be on board with trying out the Harbingers in here. We probably, yeah, we probably have enough Foretell, and yeah, I can get behind that. Okay. All right, well, I guess this is how we're going to run it. All right, we'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right, round 1, we'll play first. Oh, it's a keep, all right. Nice looking hand. We can even get the turn 4 Undersea Invader, which is quite nice. I suppose in order to do that, do I have to do Giant on turn 2 instead of foretelling the Raven? Turn 2 does that. Turn 3, that. Turn 4, yeah. So I might, in order to get this Invader, yeah, you know what? It's probably worth going for the Invader. A 5-6 on turn 4 is quite good. We can keep the Raven. I suppose we don't need the Snowland. We've already got 2 lands in hand and enough to do Undersea Invader. So I guess another Raven seems fine to me. That keeps us busy on turn 3. So we get to draw. We'll reveal the Giant and deal 2 to our opponent. And then we can do the tap land and foretell this. Then next turn we're going to do the Invader. We have to do it on our turn, which is awkward. But 5-6 on turn 4 seems legit to me. All right, they got us countered. It's okay. So next turn we can play the Raven and foretell another one, or we can foretell the Behold. I'm okay with getting these Ravens on board. Let's see. So we get Raven. I can foretell this, bounce their Avalanche Caller 2. Which isn't bad. Frostpire doesn't kill their Avalanche Caller either. I'm kind of more on board with, I guess, foretelling the Raven. So if we draw a land, we can Raven Behold. If we don't, we can still Raven Depart. All right. I just want to go full-fledged like Snowland Beatdown, which is fine. You can also squash the Avalanche Caller. It might be in our best interest. We'll see. Depends on if I can draw a giant here or not. Because of the hexproof, we can't actually... well... I think we get more bodies on board. You know what? I'm kind of on board with that. I like this more. And I think I'm going to do... well... yeah, I guess we can... this only costs 2, though. I wonder if I just should be willing to take another... yeah, I think I'm willing to take another beating here. Like, Squash would have made better use of mana, but I want to get more bodies on board. And I feel like if they're just using their mana to... I mean, granted, they're hitting us for 4 each turn, but it's costing them some mana. It's probably worth it. Okay. All right, so we got a 6th land. Let's do Behold. Another Behold and a Frostfire. Probably don't need that. Do we want another Behold? No. I mean, part of me, I guess... I guess I can. Yeah, okay. And then... Berserker's pretty sweet. So... I guess we can do Berserker. I guess we can attack with Raven. We can Berserker. And can leave up Depart the Realm in case they have removal. Because I do feel like Berserker can do a lot of work for us. And if they just try to get in with... yeah, it's a little bit tough. The fact that the Snowlands are hexproof makes this difficult. Avalanche Caller is quite good. Not having reduced cost squashes right now is costing us pretty dearly. And the fact that they're hexproof is pretty costly, although it's non-land anyway, so it probably doesn't matter that much. Yeah, I maybe needed to keep my Raven back, but then if I double block, I lose my... Yeah, let's stop. I mean, I can boast. Let's see what they do. They could play a land. They can play their Avalanche Caller. And let's say, what can they do with 5 lands? They can attack us for 4 with 5 lands. I mean, either way, I'm boasting here. So let's do that. Let's see. And I said, even if they play the land, they have to pay 2. So they can't make 2 next turn. They can just make 1. So this is fine. I guess we foretell this. Oh, well, I guess that's a way to do it. Close game. So the squashes were super costly against us that game, unfortunately. They really just came down to costing us quite dearly. I kept trying to inch our way to the victory. We were the turn away, and then they had the one, basically the only piece of removal I can think of that would have actually won them the game in that situation. That's the only one I can think of. I can't think of another one besides Bind the Monster, because they didn't have anything foretold, and they only had 2 mana available to them, and that's including the spell creature, or the land creature. So literally the only thing I can think of is Bind the Monster that would have done that then, because they didn't have any foretold cards. So tough situation. Them's the whatever the word is. So Avalanche Caller is an amazing card, and there's really nothing I can do about it. I can Frostbite it very rarely. I can pay 1,000,000 mana to squash it, and I can Demon Bolt it. But bouncing it kind of doesn't do enough. Binding it obviously does nothing. Yeah, I think we run it back. I can't think of anything. Very interesting game that we literally lost to 1 card. We lost to Avalanche Caller that whole game. There was no other threat. It was 1 card did 20 damage to us. All right. So foretell this into Agar seems good to me. All right, sorry. Opponent foretells. Suddenly my computer screen looks dark. There we go. So we'll do Agar. And next turn we can foretell Behold and play the Raven, which is good. So Iron Verdict is going to get us. We'll do the Raven, we'll do the Behold. Okay. Kinseeker, there's an Undersea Invader, which is also nice. Let's do Behold first. We don't need lands, so we can ditch that. Can do the Kinseeker, though. That seems fine, I guess. Not amazing, admittedly, but certainly fine. Then we can get in. Oh, well, that actually makes it quite a bit better now. Because we can leave up Frostbite. We can foretell this. And next turn we can go Raven Kinseeker and Scry. Or we can do Undersea Invader. I'm kind of on board with... I like the Raven Kinseeker play more. Alright. So they gain some life, and then what do the next things do? You can cast Foretell cards and return target card of Foretell from your graveyard to your hand, so they could get their Iron Verdict back. Oh, Giant Ox, you say, huh? It's an interesting one. Well, that makes the Raven Kinseeker play that much more obvious in my mind. Well, slight change of plans now. Or is there? I really want this Berserker, but I guess they have the Kinseeker, so yeah, we probably go Raven Kinseeker. Get our bird Kinseeker online here. Don't need the land. And get in for 3. Well, the good news is we can kill the Ascendant Spirit in response to them pumping it. And we can still cast our Undersea Invader. Although, since they have Disdainful... Actually, it's fine. It enters tapped anyway, so it's not like we can surprise block with it. So let's just get in with our Ravens here. And then we'll end the turn. So they can pump that, and in response, we'll Frostbite it. And now, since they don't have the mana... Alright, that's actually fine. Let's just get our Invader down now. Yeah, it's... Another problem is if I had another red, I could actually use the Frostfire in response, which would be good here. But we probably just get the Invader down now and play around Disdainful Stroke. I think that's probably for the best. They want to pump it now to play around the Frostfire. Although, I guess I can only do it at sorcery speed, so maybe it doesn't matter. So, I'm going to make it a 2-3. Alright, well. Stitch that. Keep the Invader. Yeah, it worked pretty well for us, actually. Once again, another red mana would be useful here. but it's actually, it's okay. Next turn, now we can do... Yeah, now we can do... Well, can we actually? 2... No, we're still 1 shy of Berserker plus Undersea Invader, but not a huge deal. So they can pay the 3 to make it a Flying Angel, but we're gonna smash with everything anyway here. We've got 1 card left. So we probably... We can't really play around Disdainful... We can play the Berserker. That plays around Disdainful Stroke, I guess. Yeah, alright. I think the fact that Berserker is lethal here makes it a better play than the Invader, because we know they have Disdainful Stroke, so it probably makes more sense to just get that Berserker down. So they're doing Ascendant Spirit, which is a decent bind the monster target, but we have 2 Depart the Realms to deal with it. I'm not worried about Ascendant Spirit. It's got quite a bit of build up. I wonder why they... Maybe they didn't have a choice. They kind of blocked in a way that hurt them with the Frost. I guess they didn't really have a good block, so... Frostpire did its job, though. Great land. We still don't have much of a sideboard, I don't think. I think we're good. Bunch of Ravens, but no blue mana. But we do have Demon Bolt, and we're on the draw. And we have how many sources of blue? We have 10 sources of blue. So that puts us... I mean, I think with 10 sources of blue, we probably do it. If I had no red cards in this hand, I probably wouldn't keep. But I feel like if we can rip a blue mana, this hand is definitely good enough. And they might just go like Avalanche Caller here, and at least I can kill it. Drew our timely blue, so that's good news. Could have done the Harbinger instead. Harbinger might have actually been a better... Well, it's debatable. Debatable whether Harbinger would have been a better play. Now I guess I'm okay doing the Raven, trying to get it out there. See if it gets countered with Disdainful Stroke. It does not. And we'll pass. So they can get some cards. If I miss my land drop, I might want to just do the Behold the Multiverse. So that, or foretell it. And if they play Avalanche Caller, I probably just kill it. Because I don't want to deal with it later. Yeah, I think we kill it. Wish I had 3 snow permanents. All right. Well, land draw there was quite nice. Let's see here. I could kill it right now. I still don't want to, though. I have the answer to it. So I would prefer to... My preference is to go foretell this. I can't actually do Harbinger. Or I can foretell this. We only have one blue source, so I almost feel like the Harbinger's smarter here. I could also foretell the Demon Bolt. Where does that leave me next turn? Next turn I could go this plus Frostbite. If I play Harbinger, next turn I can do this with the Harbinger plus Raven still, and I'll have a Harbinger on board. Alright, I guess I'm on board with getting the Harbinger. And if they want to start snow attacking us, at least next turn we have the answer, so it's okay. Yeah, they're going for it. I mean, it worked for him last time. I kind of get it. All right. So we can do invasion. We do have a giant in hand, but I think we want the Raven online, so I think the play is get the Raven in there. They have the bounce spell up too. I need to keep that in mind. I think we're going to do Raven. And actually, if they counter this, I'll kill their Avalanche Caller. Alright, I think we just kill Caller now. They're tapped out. They can't bounce it. We took care of their threat. They can get our dude. We've got enough action going on where I'm fine with this. Next turn, if we rip a land, we can actually go Invasion plus Hardcast Behold with Harbinger, which is nice. Certainly not in that order necessarily. All right. Yeah, the good news is we fly right over top of that. So currently we've got Zombie Wizard and a bird. I think we just stick to what our plan was. Let's do Behold first. But we want to use the Harbinger. 3. I guess we have the blue mana, so can do this. Draw. Yeah, Depart seems good to me. That's cool too, but I want to get this invasion going now. We can scry 2. Both of those are good. Get in for 3. Yeah. All right. So we can reveal the Kinseeker or the Mistwalker. Both are fine. Guess I'd rather have them know about the Kinseeker. I don't want them to necessarily know about the Mistwalker. Although, maybe it doesn't matter. I can pay foretell costs, so I could foretell the Raven using the Harbinger. And then how much mana is that leaving me with? 4 more mana. Well, at that point, I might as well hardcast the Raven. I also have the Frostfire, but it's a tap land. So why don't we... I guess we can attack first, too, since we're not... Actually, yeah, well, let's attack first. I want to see what happens. They can Iron Verdict it. They didn't. So we go Frostpire. we go foretell this. Or was I hard casting it? No. No, I think we foretell this. And then I think... Is that not how I wanted to do it? I can't recall. I think this is fine. We'll just play a Mistwalker. Okay. That's fine. So we can block their God's Hall Guardian. Yeah. Alright, they're tapped out, so... I guess they're not tapped out, but... I can't think of anything that would get me here, so I'm pretty tempted at this point to just go for lethal. It does take all of our blue mana, however. Which makes it a little bit more dangerous. Oh, I guess Harbinger, actually. Yeah, that's true. So... Yeah, let's just go for lethal here. All right, cool. Got there. See you round 2. All right, round 2 we'll play first. Good hand. Harbinger and a Mistwalker into, well, turn 4 Arcanist not the best when you don't have any actual things to find with it. And our deck actually ended up with quite a few. We have Depart the Realm, we have Behold the Multiverse, and we have Squash, which is a decent amount. I like their Rose with Skull. It's a cool looking sleeve. So, guess we just get in for 1 and jam the Mistwalker here. Okay. So, I think we'd go full-fledged chill-out mode. I don't really like it, but might have to offer the trade of the Mistwalker for the Raven. The thing is, the Raven does more, I feel like, base damage than us, so that's enough reason to... They could also just skim far and kill our Mistwalker and bash for 4 here. Glittering Frost. I guess that's fine. I'm willing to make the trade, though. All right. They don't want to make the trade. Behold's a great draw, though, because now we can Behold. Maybe, I don't know exactly what we'd rip here. Either way, I'm doing it. Let's see what we get. All right, ditch the 2 lands. Okay, well that's pretty cool. So now we can go with this and foretell. No attacks. And we can Arcanist now and get our second Behold next turn. Plus, I guess, Demon Bolt or foretell the Behold. So that's good. Okay. Well, Demon Bolt does not answer the Outrider, but we can Arcanist. I still think we Arcanist here. Get our Behold. 3 mana, so I think just we foretell Behold. And then pass. Might be willing to throw my Arcanist and a Demon Bolt at the Outrider. I guess it depends. I feel like my Arcanist kind of already did its job. So this is probably okay. Alright, so they got another big fat fatty. We'll kill this dude. Well, Invader is only okay here. What are my outs to Lindworm? I don't really want to bounce it. Can't really burn it. I can eventually double block it, but I have to get that Invader down. I might just need to be willing to do that. If I played untapped land there, I could have foretold that. Yeah, now I can't do that. I could also cast Behold plus play the Raven. But no, let's get the Invader down. Because it comes in tapped, so this makes more sense. Okay. So they only have one snow card in the yard currently, which is good. We'll take 6. Well, I've got Ravens for days. We also have 8 mana, which is nice. So we can cast 2 Ravens, basically. Yeah, it's not bad. Them getting Frostbolt back, though, is pretty bad for us, I guess. But, alright. They have 1 card left. Wonder if I just cast the 2 Ravens and basically just be willing to trade them both off for a Lindworm. It's not the worst. Problem is they're going to immediately draw the... Yeah, they get the... Oh, it's permanent card, so they get nothing back? That's nice. Okay, so yeah, I can double block a Lindworm here. It 2-for-1s myself, but it's... Ooh. That's a little nastier. Well, I have some choices now. Do I double block the Lindworm? To get the 6/6 off board, or do I double block the Fjord? Lose a Raven. I mean, at least with losing 2 cards here doesn't seem great, especially since they can start really spitting out a lot of those lands. I probably need to kill a land now. Which means maybe I block with the Harbinger instead in case they have... So I don't lose both my Ravens in case they have something. This is tricky. Yeah, unfortunately they did have something, which means I needed to block with both Ravens, but I really wasn't anticipating the last card being Intruder. There's just so many cards. So many cards in this format that you would have to be aware of there. So many. You can only use this at sorcery speed, too. A Raven's not going to get us out of this mess. I need to... What do I need to draw? I need to draw Squash so that I can kill something here. So I don't think we can get Raven. We need to draw removal right now. Yeah. Not quite what I was looking for, unfortunately. Yeah. That's too bad. What's this do again? Oh, okay. Yeah, you hate to see Brine Barrow Intruder do something. I certainly do. Also hate to see Avalanche Caller be amazing in 2 consecutive rounds. So I'm going to have to jump. Alright, well, that's cool. I feel like they could have killed us if they just... Maybe they can kill us anyway. I really haven't done the math, but... Yeah, not being able to use these Frostspires anytime I want is pretty harsh. That's it, huh? I think the Pillar's just gonna get us pretty easily here. Oh, we did get the Squash. That's good news, actually. Because we need to kill Avalanche Caller. Yeah, I mean, we certainly just die if we don't deal with Avalanche Caller right now. But then they get it back. Yeah, so I can't even really do that. Yeah, we're in some trouble. And you can activate it whenever you want, too. That's so harsh. Yeah, wow. That's really tough. Wow. So like I kill Avalanche Caller now and then I just die because they just activate a bunch of things. Wow. Wow. Let's see. I bounce it now after they've done that. They replay it for 2. They don't bounce it. I mean, I kill it, but they just activate in response. And they tap my other thing. I have to block the 6. They activate 3 things. I think I have to hope they don't... Since they can just activate in response, I basically have to wait. The fact that this isn't sorcery speed, but these are, is pretty harsh. I'm still way too many lands away from... I need like 12 mana too. That's actually crazy that they did that, because now they can't... Now at least I can actually kill... Let's see, they tap another thing, attack... I mean, I have to kill Avalanche Caller. Oh, wait. Do I... Yeah, and then I die anyway. Now they might be not giving me a choice, but I have to kill the Lindworm. Yeah, that's... I hate to see myself lose against Icebind Pillar, but here we are. Well... Guess I can trade off Ravens and kill the Avalanche Caller. Take 6. Man, that's bad. I don't know why they didn't use the... I mean, I can kill the Lindworm, but then I feel like Avalanche Caller is just going to get us next turn. I mean, they can just activate the thing so many times. I don't know how to... I mean, I just don't know how to get out of this situation. Is it better to take 6? I don't think it is. Like, I don't know what to do here. I'm at a complete and utter loss of what to do. Like, I need to kill Avalanche Caller. At the same time, I can't afford to take 6 damage. So maybe I shouldn't have blocked with the Raven. But then what? I'm going to, like, chump a 4/4 with it? Is that better? No. Thankfully, it doesn't matter. We're super dead. I can activate this. Doesn't do anything. I can't activate 2 of them because I don't have 12 mana that it would require. Although, we're not as far as I would have thought. We're at 10, so we're just 2 mana away from double activation. But, yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote. So, we got slammed. We got hosed there pretty hard. And it was to Avalanche Caller again. Now, I do have removal for that. I have the 2 squashes. I have the Demon Bolt. But I guess that's it. There's really no other removal for it that I have access to. Their Icebind Pillar got us. I don't have a way to deal with that. So, yeah. I guess we run her back. I mean, I can counter it. It seems very, very... I mean, it counters 3 seasons too, but was 3 seasons even really that good for them? I don't think it was. It certainly was the turn I wanted to squash Avalanche Caller, because they could have just gotten it right back. But at the same time, they didn't even activate the next turn, oddly enough. Alright, I guess we run her back. Yeah, that Icebind Pillar is definitely a good card when you have as much snow as our opponent has. Oh, sorry, the background's showing. There we go. I can make it less bright now. Alright, we want to play first. Yeah, we can keep it. A bunch of blue, but this hand's fine. So we can go Augury Raven into... We can Foretell into Mistwalker into potentially... Potentially cast it plus Multiverse, which isn't bad. Well... This is tough. So I can do Mistwalker. It makes better use of mana, but Augury Raven puts so much more damage on board. I'm putting the damage on board. I mean, I think our opponent's late game's better than ours. I like this more. They didn't really show us removal, did they? They showed us Icebind Pillar. Anything else? They didn't show us any, like, struggle for Skimfars. They didn't show us, like... I don't know. They didn't show me anything too crazy that I can recall. I mean, they showed us Icebind Pillar. The card is fine, but we can just, like, play beaters here. I mean, we're getting in for more damage, like I said. They have to dedicate mana to tapping our stuff. Not that that's that hard, but we've got threats on board, which is good. I guess Depart can... Wait, what does this do? Oh, that's cool. So 4 mana, we can Behold. I think we play the Frostpire. Well, we probably... Can Frostpire double pump Mistwalker? Or I can just Behold and play Frostpire too. Yeah, let's Behold. Augury Raven Agar. Well, those are both good cards. So let's do that. Get the Frostpire down. Get in. Then next turn we can do Undersea Invader, I guess. If I want. Elixir's pretty cool. I mean, it's already going to gain him like 4 life. It's a good way to buy some time. Well, there's that Avalanche Caller. So 6 mana, we can do the Undersea Invader. What else can I do with 6 mana? I can Foretell, Harbinger. I'd rather have the Invader, although... Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Cosmos Elixir's been great. Alright, so they had the Disdainful Stroke, unfortunately for us. So we'll get our 7th land down. Unfortunately for us, once again, they can still tap our guy. Yeah, we're in pretty rocky shape here. Not liking where we're at. This doesn't have reach, does it? That'd be too good. So 7 mana, we can go 3, 5, 7. Yeah, I guess that's gonna have to be good enough. I could have just hard cast Raven. Honestly, that probably would have been better in hindsight. Yeah, I think I needed another evasion creature here. If I had any hope of racing the Cosmos Elixir, I needed to get that Raven down ASAP. So, not the best decision there. I mean, I suppose now we can start pumping the Mistwalker, which isn't the worst. And Frostbite is cool, except we don't have our 3rd snow permanent. Alright. Yeah, I needed to get that Raven down last turn. That was a mistake. So we'll pump and pump. And then guess we'll cast the Raven. And I can leave up Depart the Realm with the Harbinger and the Frostbite. So I don't need to foretell this. It's not that much of a reduction anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This way, if they have like a wish I could Frostbite that. I suppose I bounce it. Oh, third Snowland is fantastic, actually. Okay. So now at least I can Frostbite the Raven. So we have 3 snow permanents, which is nice. So we'll kill that. So that's good. Harbinger here, not so good, but that's okay. Letting us attack with all of them. I kind of fear that. I don't know if they just missed it or what that means, but it's a bit scary. Oh. I guess that's fine. Well, is their plan? Are they able to kill us? Tap another one. They can't make 4 snow creatures. They also can't. Yeah, this isn't good enough. But I guess it does put a stop to our. Yeah, definitely means we don't have lethal. But now we can kill the Avalanche Caller, which is nice. Because Avalanche Caller was one of the ways to get us, I think. Plus, now that we squash it, we draw a card too. Yeah. That's cool. So we can Behold as well. Yeah, I don't want to use the Harbingers in case I need them for blocking purposes. Oh, Invasion's cool. Can dump that. Oh, that's a good draw too. Alright. And I guess we can cut that and I suppose keeping Kinseeker's okay. Probably have more Ravens to get. Alright, they can get some snow cards back, that's for sure. But they're gonna be taking 2 less. Or gaining 2 less rather. Because we can reveal a giant. Alright. I don't think they were actually dead, right? But I guess they thought it was inevitable, so I'm cool with that. What does Bind deal with? Svella? Yeah, it does. Deals with Augury Raven, that's 2. Doesn't really deal with Avalanche Caller. Kind of deals with Yeti, I guess. This is a match where our Frostpires sure don't look all that good. They didn't show us any flyers. I wonder if... Do I just bring in Pilfering Hawks as little ways to peck them down? I don't like it. Guess Undersea Invader seems worse, but just because they have so many... I could see going for more evasive plan here, but whatever. I'll run it back. Build got him there, so let's go for it again. I mean, that Cosmos thing is a problem, but I don't want to bring in a null for it. I don't like it enough. This is a good hand. I wonder if I actually just play the Berserker. Probably not. I could, but Berserker seems a lot better on turn 4. So let's see if they have the Disdainful Stroke. I could play around it by playing the Berserker. Yeah, you know what? I will. We'll do it now. I like that this plays around Disdainful Stroke. Allows me to maybe do Raven next turn. Yeah. You can just go Foretell. Foretell. Now they kind of have to cast something. Yeah, so they can keep that dude tapped, but now we can just spit out 2 Ravens. And then end of turn bounce their... I guess we can't do that, but whatever. It's still really good. So it plays around Disdainful Stroke. Gets 2 flyers on board. Does not make the best use of mana, but totally fine. Now they have to deal with some flyers. They have to deal with our Berserker. And actually, what's really cool is... Yeah, this is still fine. They may not actually... I wonder if they have to tap the... I almost feel like they have to tap the Berserker. We'll see if they do. They tap the Raven. This is... Oh, no, they tap the Berserker. I mean, it makes sense. So we'll get in with our Ravens. And... I mean, at this point, we can... Yeah, we can play the Kinseeker, so it even blocks the Bergstrider. And then we... Because we get to scry. I'll take another Raven. Then we pass. End of their turn, we bounce the Icebine Pillar. And we can convert our Berserker into a... I don't even have to. I could actually bounce the Bergstrider too. Because they only have one snow land. Why am I so bright on here? All right. What are they doing? So nothing. So I can bounce the Icebine Pillar, or I can bounce the Strider. I'm going to bounce a Strider, and the reason I'm doing this is this costs way more mana to cast. They still have to dedicate mana to tapping our team. They have nothing on board. Now we can play Arcanist. We can actually find another Depart the Realm. They basically have to tap our Berserker still. They take 9 damage. Maybe not. Maybe they've got more, burn spells here. Whatever. But we still are doing a lot here, I feel like. I guess that works pretty well. So we'll put it on top. Yeah, I'm kind of fine with putting that on top. Although now, this makes me shuffle my library. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Guess we hardcast this and foretell this. They still only have one snow land currently. They have a second one, but they can't really use it. So they're still really not in a great position to slow us down here. I still have Arcanist finding Depart the Realm as like just an option I have. So now they have Outrider plus they can tap, but I'm not sure if that is good enough. Yeah, I don't think it is. The issue is I kind of see the problem. Think about this. Can play 2 Ravens this turn too. Let's see how they tap it. Yeah, that makes sense. So we get in with the Raven, play 2 more Ravens, and then I'm thinking they're in a pretty tough spot. It auto went, so I don't think they actually have a Disdainful Stroke anyway. Although, did they even have the mana? Yeah, they would have had the mana to do it. Actually, no, this was tapped, so they wouldn't have. So they can Bergstrider, but they can Bergstrider plus use Icebine Pillar and give themselves another turn, but I think the problem they have right now is that alright. So they can tap, but then they just die from flyers. So they need to rip Frost Bolt or whatever it is. Well, that's cool too. Let's yeah, they didn't have it. All right, sweet. 2-0. Let's go to the next one. All right. Round 3. Keep this. And I still think we foretell the Raven. I mean, we can do the Harbinger. This can help pay for foretell costs. But I'm not sure I like that more. Possibly now I do. I'd still rather just have a Raven on turn 3, I feel like. Turn 3, 3/3 flyer. It's just good. I guess now it does help sort of maximize. I guess I should have played the Snowland there. This is fine. I'm going to go Raven. It's slower, but I'd still rather do it. All right. So we'll go Raven. Ooh, timely red land. So that can get our Agar, and then Squash turns us into... Squash turns us into some good potential damage there. I like that. So let's get Agar down. They're also missing land drops, which is good. So we're not maximizing mana use basically any of our turns, but like I said, a turn 3, 3/3 flyer, even if it's 4 mana over 2 turns, it's still very good. Okay, they found their land, but they're still in some pretty serious trouble here, I would think. They have the extra land to do the Squash, or the giant, whatever it's called. And it is +4/+4. Let's just attack. You take it. I think we go... Well, I guess Berserker makes the most sense, but then I can't leave up Squash. No. All right, we'll go Harbinger. We'll leave up Squash. And the reason I'm leaving up Squash is I want to be able to... Basically, I want to be able to kill something instant speed in case they have like Skimfar or whatever they're gonna try and get out of this situation with. Toski, huh? So let's, now that they're, I guess they're not exactly tapped out, are they? I can kill Sentinel and it actually reduces their mana. But if I successfully kill Champion here, it's probably better. Let's just try and kill it. Oh, I think they have it. Or not? Alright. They got something they can cast for 1 mana. I don't know what else they could have had there. So, I mean, at this point, we probably just depart Toski. Just eat up all their mana. Get in with these two. And then Berserker plus Foretell Raven. I think this is best. So then they have to... I mean, they have no board. They were mana starved. Toski is definitely good, though. And we really don't have ways to deal with it. I mean, technically Bind kind of does, but it doesn't deal with the rest of their creatures that also draw them cards, so I don't really like it. Bring in another Depart. I can bring in... I mean, thankfully, like, our Harbingers block Toski, so that's not a huge deal. Could do the Pillar. I did feel like 3 Snowlands is probably too light to successfully do that, but you never know. I mean, we won, so maybe just run it back. Fly over top, ask questions later. See if Raven.deck is good enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep it. We can successfully play Raven even if we don't rip lands. If I rip red here, I could see maybe the argument to do invasion just because it's going to allow me to potentially keep hitting my lands, but... Actually, I think Behold is the right play now because I feel like I'm going to lose if I don't rip land, so now I kind of want to cast Behold in case I don't rip a land. Alright, we did get the land. I don't know if... wonder if that changes anything. I suppose it does. We probably foretell this now. Play the land, okay. And then next turn, if I don't rip a land, we can go Behold and probably still cast the Raven. Dig deep enough so that we can. Man, they're really not staying that busy, are they? Alright, 2 Ravens? As much as I want to. We need the land. Alright, we did get the land, so... play the Raven. Still haven't found a... dug pretty deep to not find a mountain yet. What in the world is going on with our opponent there? Well, there's our red mana. That's nice. Let's behold ourselves, I guess. I can do Kinseeker for... yeah, it turns on Squash. Actually, that's fine. It's just a 2/4, but whatever. I think it's better to probably add bodies to the board here. Multiple Raven Wings. That's unexpected. Guess I could have kept up Depart the Realm if I thought there was a 1 green mana something that could have gotten me there. Yeah, this is one of those really sick opportunities where you have Squash and Arcanus with 2 Squashes in deck too. It's just really nice. I don't know what they have. They must have... they just got nothing, huh? Very curious what my opponent's doing. So, what do we want to do for 5 mana? When they have nothing to squash. I guess we can go... still mana shy of this. I can Behold. I didn't play a land this turn, did I? I think I did. So maybe we Behold. I probably don't need a second Depart. Okay, that's cool. And then we can leave up Squash or we can play the Harbinger. I'm going to leave up Squash. So if I leave up Squash... yeah, so just kill that. And then we go... get him for 5. And we play land, we actually pass. And then we go Undersea Invader, and then we can follow up with Arcanist, squash number 2. And that's gotta be lethal. Opponent definitely had a rough go of it this whole match. Just mana screwed and playing multiple Raven Wings with no creatures. Like, I really feel like they didn't have much of a chance. All right. Well, we ended up taking the draft. That's pretty cool. Turned out 4 Ravens are good enough. Yeah, the Ravens are great common. The Packmates are awesome commons too. And Foretell really helps to mitigate Screw, which is pretty nice. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you for the next one.